If you have had a partial glossectomy, your tongue will behave differently depending on which part of the tongue was removed and grafted. The following tongue exercises are designed to increase the ability to control the movement of the tongue and to increase the strength of the tongue muscle and reduce the possibility of biting your flap. I suggest you complete these exercises in front of a mirror to encourage self-awareness of your tongue movements. Repeat each exercise 10 times and attempt to complete them at least 3 times a day.
Hello. One of the things that happens when you've had a tongue reconstruction, like I did, whether you've lost 5% or 50% of your tongue, is that poor old part of your original tongue has to do a lot more work. I used to describe it to friends as it felt as though my original tongue had a rucksack and it had to lug it around in my mouth. Now obviously you've only got half the muscles if you've lost 50% of your tongue, and it's very important that you strengthen those muscles. Now I remember going to my yoga teacher who turned around and said, "Okay everybody, put your tongue out far as you can." I thought, fat chance that's going to be. But doing some exercises, whether you're driving in the car or just sitting watching television, it's really quite important. So what can you do? You can take your tongue and push it up at the roof of your mouth. Push it down into the bottom of your mouth. Try and stick into your cheek. And then try the other side. And just keep moving it. Just as we've seen with parts of our body, if you don't use it, you lose it. So we talked earlier about counting your teeth to get the full extension of the tongue, but it's still important to get those muscles working so that when you're eating, you're in full control of where your tongue is. Because if you don't know, you might risk biting your tongue. So the stronger you make your tongue, the easier it is to put into a position so that you can chew food.
Using your tongue on the inside of your upper teeth, slide your tongue from side to side. With a mirror, you'll be able to monitor gradual improvement. Using the tip of your tongue, lick across the top lip from the right to the left corner of the mouth. Do this as slowly as possible. Repeat, licking from the left to the right corner of the mouth. Using the tip of your tongue, lick across the bottom lip from the right to the left corner of the mouth. Do this as slowly as possible. Repeat, licking from the left to the right corner of the mouth. Protrude or stick out your tongue and raise the tip up to the nose, attempting to touch the nose. Okay, I know if you're missing some of your original tongue, it's easier said than done, but keep trying. It also depends on where your tongue graft is. Don't worry, I could hardly get my tongue out of my mouth in the first few weeks. Protrude or stick out your tongue and try to reach the tip as far down the chin as possible. Now protrude the tongue and move the tongue tip up to the nose and then down to the chin. With the tip of the tongue, touch the top right corner of the lip on the outside, then the bottom left corner on the outside. Now the top left corner to the bottom right corner and alternate. Raise the tongue tip to touch just behind the top teeth. It's as if you're going to say the sound D. Touch further back. Now touch further back again. This is working that tongue muscle. Now try and do it with your mouth open a little wider. Protrude or stick out your tongue as far as you can and retract. Let's bring it back in. Repeat out and in. Ensure it is straight and not resting on the lips. Pull the tongue back in. Notice my tongue goes a bit to the side, which happens depending on your graft position. Lick your top lip right to left, then bottom lip left to right. Now change direction. So you are doing a circular motion with the tongue and repeat changing direction. Using the tongue tip, push out the left cheek. Repeat on the right side. Now this can be carried out with resistance placed on the outside of your cheek using a finger. You might find, as I did, that one side can push harder than the other, but do keep with it. Thanks for watching. Keep working your tongue. The swelling will go down over time and making your speech and eating so much better. I'm Janet West, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe below, and I'll see you next time.